Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Asmodeus Reviews. I am your host, Samak Aflak, and today we are looking at The Ghoul, a classic 1933 picture starring my second favorite actor of all time, Boris Karloff. Right after Lugosi, of course. We're kicking off an event that I like to call April Ghouls. From today until the end of April, we're going to review 4 different movies that would explore the concept of ghouls in Western media. It fascinates me how the same word can take on vastly different meanings in different languages and cultures. The English word ghoul actually comes from Arabic ghoul. In Arabic folklore, ghouls are shape-shifting, magical, demon-like creatures similar to jinns, who have a taste for human flesh. They are often depicted as shape-shifting tricksters that prey on those who are lost in the desert or those who are left behind caravans. They have multiple magical powers and they have lots of animalistic features. In Persian, my native language, ghoul has a completely different meaning. Instead of shape-shifting tricksters, ghouls are gigantic humanoid monsters. In fact, whenever Western stories are translated to Persian, the word giant almost always are translated to ghoul. For example, Jack the Giant Killer would be translated to Jack Ghoul Kosh, or Jack the Ghoul Killer. Ghouls in Persian folklore are still depicted as flesh-eating monsters with some animalistic features. We might depict them with 2 horns and a tail, but the emphasis is on the size, not on magic or shape-shifting. In fact, the Persian word for gigantic is ghoul peykar, which literally means having a body of a ghoul or the size of a ghoul. Most Western cultures are introduced to Middle Eastern folklores through this book, 1001 Nights. In my culture, we hold this book dear to us, but I'm not going to details why this book is so important to us. Maybe another time. But please don't call it Arabian Nights. That title is misleading. This book collects different folklores from different cultures, not just Arabic ones. The original title is 1001 Nights, right here in the cover. Please stick with that. It wasn't until Antoine Gallet's French translation of 1001 Nights that ghouls really took roots in European minds. In his version, there's a story named Sidi Newman that depicts ghouls as human flesh eaters that resort to corpse eating when it's necessary. Interestingly enough, there is no pre-18th century Arabic folklore that describes ghouls as corpse eater. Despite this nuance, Gallet's version would shape the image of ghouls in Western mind as cemetery-dwelling, corpse-eating monsters. Ghouls became synonymous with graveyards. Over the time, the idea would merge with the living dead, and ghouls were no longer magical monsters, they would be animated corpses. In fact, in the grandfather of modern zombie movies, Night of the Living Dead, the flesh-eating undead are not called zombies, they're called ghouls. And that brings us to the subject of this video. In The Ghoul, Karloff plays a vengeful corpse that comes back to life to reclaim what is rightfully his. Loosely based on Frank King's 1928 novel of the same name, The Ghoul is directed by T. Hayes Hunter and is produced by Gaumont British, the same studio behind some of Hitchcock's early films, and we might find some Hitchcock connection along the way. The film was thought to be lost for decades. That changed in 1969 when collector William K. Everson tracked down a poor quality in communist Czechoslovakia. Though it was missing 8 minutes, including 2 violent murder scenes, it was believed to be the only surviving copy. Then, in the early 80s, in a forgotten vault at Shepperton Studios, they finally found the original nitrate negative of the movie perfectly preserved in all its glory. These still shots really got me excited. It looks like a classic Karloff horror masterpiece on par with Frankenstein and the Mummy. Would this forgotten horror classic live up to the expectations? Let's roll the movie and find out. Wait a minute. That's not right. Why is this in color?
I thought I'd been stood up.
Asmodeus, you mess with my archive again? I can't believe it. End the video. End the video. You ruined it. You ruined everything, like everything else in my life. I had this whole month planned. You have to ruin it. My first video on this channel, my grand debut, and you have to ruin it. I said end the Hey there, Somax here. I just wanted you to know, I wouldn't care if you like this video, so get subscribed to the channel, leave a comment, any of that. You know, this YouTube thing is not really my thing. He's making me doing it. Like, I want to be a filmmaker, like, if you share this video, you just be another spawn to make his dark influence grow. Like, but he told me, if you don't do any of that, he would personally hunt you down, track you, possess your body, and he would do unspeakable things to you and your loved ones. He would hurt you really, really bad. And trust me, you don't want that. You don't want that to happen to you. But just do whatever at your own risk. I just wanted you to know, if you wanted to like this video, get subscribed. You're not doing it for me. You're doing it for yourself. Be safe out there. Good luck.